This year is the 60th anniversary of Seiko's diver watch, which Seiko has released a trio of Seiko Prospex Wave logo inspired timepieces. And while we saw the SPB 511, which is the 62 Mas variant, and the SPB 509, which is the baby Marinemaster variant, both are wonderful. But the top model is today, with the SLA081 being a full-blown titanium Marinemaster and super limited to only 600 pieces. This also may or may not be near Grand Seiko quality with finish that Seiko describes as distortionless, which is how Grand Seiko describes Zaratsu polish. Highly improved from anything I've seen before in Seiko's lineup, with a beautifully textured wave dial that represents the deep sea or Shinkai, again sounding more like Grand Seiko. Even black DLC coated titanium case attachments, which secure the bezel and give this piece extra flair. We are also told exactly what the bezel insert is made of, which we will get into later. And to top this all off, it does have an 8L45 caliber, which is much improved over the 8L35, with a 72-hour power reserve and significantly more accuracy. But will I still hear the usual highly debatable and subjective comments about this being overpriced or misaligned, not liking the bracelet, or it being too thick? Or will this be the killer timepiece that Seiko fans have been waiting for? Let's find out. Welcome everyone, it's Chris with the Little Treasury channel, where we bring you original and in-depth watch content at least once per week. And if you haven't already, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to be alerted as soon as we upload. I'm from Little Treasury Jewelers, which is located in Gambrills, Maryland, and it's where you go when you're in the know. And if you can't make it to our store, check out our cutting-edge, user-friendly website, littletreasury.com, which is linked to our inventory in real time. All watches that I review are for sale and can be purchased, so please see our website or see the description below to contact us. If you're just joining us now, I'll go over the watch's detailed measurements and features, then I'll offer my personal opinion at the end. In our last video, I reviewed the highly popular Seiko SPB 509, which is the baby Marinemaster's 60th anniversary of the Seiko Diver's Watch piece, and is in the same family as today's timepiece. This one has a stunning blue wave dial and a variety of great upgrades that Seiko has incorporated over the past few models that elevate this one to a new level. I highly recommend checking this out if you like dive watches at all, because this one could really fit into anyone's collection. Wrist check time. Today I'm wearing my Seiko SRPH 42K Yak Wat Chang Thailand limited edition that I picked up while I was on vacation to Thailand. I paired it with my Deluxe Jean Grey bezel strap, which really makes the dial pop even more now. Now let me know which watch you're wearing while you're watching the video, and make sure to tell me why. Now let's get on to the features. The Seiko Prospex SLA081 has a 44mm case width, a 16mm thickness, a 50.2mm lug-to-lug, a 21.5mm lug width, a 30.6mm crystal diameter, and it weighs in at 174.73 grams. It has a monoblock case, which means it's constructed out of one single piece of titanium, and it doesn't need a helium escape valve because of the special gasket system that they created for it. It has angular surfaces divided between distortionless high polish and matte finish, but smooth curved edges which give it a very distinct look. The crown is offset at the 4 position and is screwed down, and no logo is on the tip. The sapphire crystal has a beveled edge, which adds an optical illusion that makes the dial look even larger, and sits slightly above the bezel to help protect it from scratches. The bezel insert is made out of stainless steel and has a black diamond-like carbon coating applied to make it very hard. It has a shiny black tone with white numerals and markers. It is held on by screws that go through these black DLC titanium inserts in the case. Now let's go ahead and see how this bezel performs. The action on this one honestly feels great, and it's elevated just like the rest of the pieces from the 60th anniversary collection. It sounds good and it feels great, and it's what you would expect from a piece at this price point. The dial is in a dark blue tone with a wave pattern engraved to represent the deep sea or Shinkai. Senko is applied on the dial in white with Marinemaster beneath it. The chapter ring has tick marks for every 5th minute and smaller ones for every one in between. The markers are in high polish with lume in the center and a shield at the 12 position, and round markers for the others besides the 9 and the 6, which are rectangular. The hour and minute hands are pencil style with a simple line second hand that has a lumed pointer area at the tip. The Prospex symbol, automatic 3 days, and Diver's 600M can be found applied at the bottom middle portion in white. The date window can be found at the 3 position with a silver toned frame, a white background, and black numerals. Lume can be found on all of the dial markers, on the hour, minute, and second hands, and on the pip of the bezel. The caseback is closed and has the Prospex symbol in the center, with the limited edition number engraved. The movement is the high torque 8L45 caliber, which has been assembled at the Shizuku Ichi Watch Studio, which is where they make Grand Seiko pieces. This movement has been based on the Grand Seiko caliber 9S, but has slightly different specs, being it beats at 28,800 beats per hour and has a 72-hour power reserve. It is accurate to be between losing 5 and gaining 10 seconds per day, and is Seiko's flagship movement, significantly upgraded from the 8L35's 50-hour power reserve and accuracy of losing 10 to gaining 15 seconds per day. The bracelet is in titanium with a 5-link design featuring matte larger links and high-polished smaller ones in between. We have a folding locking clasp with a ratcheting on-the-fly adjust and also spring bar micro adjustment as well. The Seiko Prospex Marinemaster SLA081 is 600 meter water resistant, it's limited to 600 pieces total, and it can be yours for $4,600. Now for my personal opinion. So, I wish I could get more of these. This is absolutely the Grand Seiko diver that Grand Seiko hasn't made yet, and really needs to make. Like, with a spring drive, this would be perfect. The quality of this is fantastic. It looks elevated from the quality and the detail on the dial, and the applied indices and the finish on the case and the bracelet. It all just feels premium. Everything about this is awesome. It is relatively light for how big this piece is, thanks to the titanium, which makes it easily wearable for all fitness levels. The case is definitely on the thicker end, and it is tall on my 6.5-inch wrist, but it is a 600 meter diver, and it does have a cool monoblock construction to give it a little more special feel. I also really appreciate the black DLC pieces that hold the bezel in place, which just makes this feel like it is a top trim model or something special, since this isn't something you really get on the other Seikos or just watches in general. I frequently hear about Seiko pieces not having movements that are perceived to be good enough for the price. And I'll safely tell you that this movement absolutely is good enough for the price. While it can't be a chronometer certified piece coming from Japan, it is pretty close at losing 5 and gaining 10 seconds per day, and still beating at 28,800 beats per hour and giving a 72-hour power reserve. It is definitely better than an 8L35, which we have seen used in many other Marinemaster pieces, and spec-wise is really an excellent movement in general. At only 600 pieces, this one must have been difficult to make, since I know Seiko would have wanted to make more of these, judging by how hot this piece has been. So I'm actually not going to recommend this to anyone, because these are completely sold out at this point. But I'll say that anyone who did get their hands on one is very lucky and will absolutely love this piece. Thanks for watching today, everyone. I really hope that you enjoyed the video. And of course, if you did, please make sure to hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and share with all of your friends and your family members too. I look forward to seeing you next video.